that pretty good? Is that loud? So the Mahoyo characters are not going to get upgraded sprites and whatnot. It's an HD version, so you're going to see it in higher definition, higher quality. Testing 1, testing 2, testing 3. How is the music in the background? Testing 1, testing 2, testing 3. How is that in the background? I need to play Mahoyo, but now with voice. Yeah, it is full voiced. So all the characters will say their lines. Just remember, it is a light novel, so there are going to be some segments that will not have a voice in. It's good? Perfect. Let us move on, shall we? Yeah, funny thing to note, this is a very reminiscent location. Yeah, 坂の上の牛のお屋敷には、手の城の魔女が住んでいる。So visual novels coming in higher quality. In 2012, April 12th, PC software. Oh, wait. Oh, in 2012, April 12th, PC version of the software has been on sale called 魔法使いの夜。本作はキノコの少子、老女のとともに物語であり、ビジョンノベルという尊重するクオリティで台頭したに作った。そんな本作のコンシューマー移動点がようやく10。So yeah, they're about to hit their 10 years, roughly around, and 細かいイラストに存在に味わるフル HD. So full HD, full HD visuals, full voice from all the cast, from the from all the cast of the Mahou no Yoru, and the new 最新の魔法と呼ばれる第5の魔法の使い手。悪を巡れる story. So yeah, the story apparently talks about the new magic, right? AKA the fifth magic, the user of the fifth magic. It's a beautiful, amazing story. それは yeah, it's a story talks about finding that new magic, aka the fifth magic. Story starts from a very ordinary days. 生徒会長のアッコと転校生の草地野郎が出会い。So it just kind of talks about how you start. There is a transfer student, which is your girl. The transfer student. No, no, she's the student council. Okay. She's the student council, and I'm assuming this is the pro tag that we're gonna be playing. I don't know. I don't know this series, so yeah, I always see them, so I'm assuming we're fucking Sato, right? Yeah, because I think we're fucking Shizuki Sojiro. Sojuro. Are we not this guy? Or are we just some random dude? We're not that dude. Oh, I guess we don't have a pro tag. I guess we just have a light novel story. And we just kind of read it. Okay, that's cool. So yeah, Sojiro. Yeah, it all starts with the student council president and Sojiro. Da 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 da. 気持ちを向ける自分の理解できない青子はあくまで一人の生徒会長として義務所を意識するのだった。静かに響く雨の音、灰色の、oh damn, it's very like visual. This is very visual, descriptive wordings. 今だ午前なのに夕方かも判定できない。まあいいわ。成熟先生あるのに今話すことじゃないし、それであんたの名前な。So yeah, student council meets transfer students. 坂の上にある、in the temple 見上がる瞬時間同士の2人交わしている青子2人は魔術の力を巡っている競争ライバルだが現在は急戦し通り抜けしよった友人に同活して起こっている。So Alco is living with this gal here. These two are magical rivals, but currently they're ceasefiring. 距離感を取った a distant friend and living together. 新米魔法使いであるアルコが成長し、so Alco, who's a very amateur magician, has grown. 輸血と準急の条件で勝負するできるなるまで活躍とした前期的ものに過ぎない。だが、神秘の力を隠して現在の日を生きなければいけない二人にとっては、君のなく死を自分させる居心地いい簡単だった。So they're talking about how this temple, right, up top on the fucking hills. They used to be rivals, but, you know, working in the gods, modern age where they have to hide the power of mystics. Very nice food visual, bruh. So yeah, these two would kind of been living together slash ceasefire slash learning magic together. And then every day at night, the magician's battle will always begin. Huh. It is pretty cool. And then you got your Aosagi Aoko, Gendai ni Ikiru Mahou Tsukai, aka Kuon Jiarisu. Kuon Jiarisu, a witch that lives in the modern time. Oh, look at that. That's kind of pretty interesting here. Notice the wording they used. I am pretty peculiar about it. It is a modern mage and a witch that hides in modern time. Very nice. Very cool. 冷静と情熱をどちらも持ち合わせる子。Kind of talks about this. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Faith already has good for food. Yep. Alice's best girl. Is that so? We got Team Akko and Team whatchamacallit, huh? Team Aris. So yeah, it's a girl that is both passionate and very calm. Very passionate yet so calm. What do you think that the fact that the Mahou Tsukai Toru got consumerized? That the fact that before I got into this industry, I was a character that was chosen before it. So the fact that I will be representing as Aoko from here on out was very unbelievable and of quite the surprise. It is also quite the big pressure because it is a character that's been loved for a very long time. But the fact that I'm being the fact that I'm able to be the voice of this such an amazing character, I will be very responsible and I will do my very best and act accordingly to her will to the best as I can. So if you don't know, she's the voice actor of Asuna, right? Asuna and I forgot her fucking name. Asuna Sai. I forgot her. Oh, I forgot her name. And then you got Keita. Yeah, so she's Asuna, the voice actor of Asuna, aka Tomatsu Haruka-san. 青子を持っている魅力部分は So whenever you did your recording for the Holy Night of the Magic, what was the charming point of this story for this character? 面に送られて書くので、レコー人は通じるとより一緒に経験したくなるような感覚の方が多かったです。痛いシーンがあるときは本当に私も苦しくなりましたので、そのくらいの重弱感、友情、相続を引き上げ立てられて演じとなっているので、プレイいただくしている人も青子の感情を感じていただけるのではないかと思います。So it says, there's going to be a lot of feelings, a lot of her passions and a lot of her emotions going to be out in the open while you're reading this light novel. Whenever I did the recording, I felt like whenever I was recording it, I definitely felt her pain very sincerely, and I wanted to voice act it I wanted to voice act it as if she was real, right? There are multiple hurtful scenes there, and whenever I did it in the at the every end of the recording, I too felt the pain as well. I wanted to make it very realism, very close to it. I wanted to make sure that the imagination is real and the voice acting would definitely amplify and enjoy the story. And so those people who are playing the game would understand and feel Miss Aoko's little emotion. Aoko と印象と魅力と思う. What is her impression and what is her charm? It says even though she's a high schooler, she's very calm and methodical. very adult-like, and she still has like the guts and the courage. 持っているのに, yeah, even though she has the courage and the guts and very calm and collected and analytical, but at the same time, she's very passionate towards your boy, right here, the Juro, right? Towards Juro. She gets very passionate and very angry, very heated. And yeah, she's just kind of a girl that has both calmness and passionate together hand in hand. During when she was with her sisters or One-chans scene, you would definitely see a different side of Aoko. Her emotions, yeah, you would see her facial expressions and her nervousness shown accord. 相手によって見える分が違うところも面白い部分かなと思います。Depending on which character's perspective that you see of her, the impression and the way she acts herself is also an interesting part to notice. これ、役作りやエピソードを教えてください。It says, please tell me about the episode of the creation of the character and recordings. もちろん、あれだけのワード数は一度でははっきりレコード切れなかったので、しばらく毎週のようにスタジオを撮っていたのですが、休憩の中もスタッフの皆さんとお話しする時間もあって、魔法使えるの夜の思いが聞くことができたので、いい作品を作れるように頑張ろうという気持ちでいっぱいでした。So it says, there was not a lot of mention of how Alco should be shaped. It's as if everybody was reading the story and tried to make the image and the expression of how she felt at that each scene. Of course, the word count was tremendous, and the fact that I have to say that multiple times, the recording definitely did not all end in one go. So I would arrive to the studio every week on the studio. While during breaks, I was able to discuss with the staffs and the voice recording peeps and talk about the greatness of Maho Tsukai no Yoru. And then we would talk about the feelings, talk about their thoughts on it. And so I always had the constant feeling of I wanted to make this product a very successful one. It says, one last thing. If you have any message towards your Maho Tsukai's fans, what would you say? It says, this product or this, light novel has been loved by many, all from the very long time. Yeah. There's a lot of people who is excited for this release, for certain. また新たな魔法使いを It says, yeah, I do sincerely hope that you would able to experience again the 魔法使いの夜 that has been vamped up. And then I sincerely hope that maybe they can use this opportunity of this release that newer players and newer people that are, the newer people would touch Holy Night, the Holy Night of the Witch. And then I sincerely hope it be the case. All right. So this one is Aris. A very mysterious yet so cute. The gap between it makes this character shine. Hanazawa Kana. Isn't Hanazawa Kana the big boob girl? Or is she the purple hair lady? Totally forgot which one it was. But anyway. Maotsukai no Yoru, yeah, what do you think of the fact? Same question, right? オーディション取材いただいた段階ですでにドクターの世界やセリフを介して魅力にされて面白そうだな、やりたいなと思っていたので演出できることになってとても嬉しいです。So it's during the during the audition, I've got the materials and all the stuff to be circumstances. The fact that I was already charmed by its unique world and the way she said things, I was very charmed. And so I thought to myself, it would have been cool if I won this audition. And the fact that I was able to be a successful person and able to voice act it, I am very grateful. during recording, what kind of charm do you think that Mahotsukai no Yoru, Mahoyo, has brought to you? So yeah, when I was listening, when I was listening to the conversations that a lot of people talk, it was a very clever talk of other fans and other voice actors. All of a sudden, they would kind of talk about the cruelness and cruelty of fate and life itself. The fact that they would talk about things like the dangers of life and how easily it would be taken away. I was constantly pulled in circles around emotionally here and there. Multiple personalities, different, not multiple personalities, multiple different people with their own individual personalities was wonderful, and the drama they would perceive, I was engulfed by it. What is her charm? What is her strength? What is her impression? What is her strength? From At first, I believe she will be a very mysterious person. She'll look like as a very mysterious person, but whenever it comes to ideals and circumstances, she definitely has her own thing. 張っていたり、ちょっとした意地悪をしてみたり。She could be a bit of a bully, but she has her own face. At the same time, she has a personnel too, that shows up on the surface every so often. Maybe that gap would call it the very cutesy part about her. It says, yeah, tell me about the recording episodes and whatnot. It says the characters, this character is very methodical and very detailed. So there was a specific tone of how you say things, specific tone and specific rhythm how you say things, and it was very脳内再生がスラスラできました. So it was very easy. Well, it was very easy for me to able to imitate and bust out the character to my own will because I only needed to repeat certain things. However, expressing that was one of the more difficult part, but it is what it is to be Alice. And then at the same time, staff would agree, and the staff would, the staff and I would always constantly discuss about it and how it should go, and we were able to pull it off very successfully. And it was very helpful that they also gave their opinion as well. So what about the fans? It says it has been a very while, but Mahotsukai no Yoru is once again meeting with Mahotsukai no Yoru is an amazing experience. This story is very thoughtful, very colorful, and very in detail. And then ファンの皆さんも、熱意、期待、強度があったからかなと思います。私はたくさんのリポートをいただきました。どうも皆さんにたちを。It says, I enjoyed very much to the very end of the recording session of an amazing time. I hope everybody would enjoy this show as well. Very nice, very nice. Then you got your Shiruki Sojuro. 山から降りてきた田舎の少年。A country bumpkin boy that descended from the mountains. Very generic character here. He's not special, but he's not ordinary. 現代社会の知識を言えるほど知らない。前向きで人懐っこく大抵の人と仲良くなる。I like I said, you don't put 修行。他の代表は、ひげを剃る、そして恩女思考を拾う、物事やってた。I have to see that one. I shave and then I picked up a high school girl. 現実聴者の牛のし、相馬和也。Oh, it's the, I don't know if this is the Genius Prince. It's the rebuilding of the kingdom. He's Soma Kazuya, the voice actor. Consumer type of kimochi. Worldview. Fucking. Whatchamacallit. The Kuma Tempo, Riko Jika. I have no clue about this light novel. I've never read it in my life. I've only know the histories and the magic talk from it. I've never read the story. Anyway, let's talk about your boy, Sojiro. Sojiro, aka, when it comes to consumer types, what do you think about Tsugihime coming along? Same question. They got the same fucking question. So this is I'm very happy. I was able to contact with a lot of Type Moon products, their world views and world settings and whatnot, and how deep and amazing it is. And it's always overwhelming and beautiful at the same time. I never thought that there would be a product or I don't want to say product, but like 作品っていうのがいいんだよね. The fact that it says 作品 is artistic instead of like product or art, I guess, artwork. That'll be the right word. Yeah, there's an artwork that has so much information. Acting it out would be very difficult, but the fun and the excitement would definitely overcome. The fun and excitement will definitely overcome this amazing series. What's the charm of Mahotsukai no Yoru? My experience is that it's a daily conversation of comfortableness. Comfortableness and nostalgia of having a conversation at the manor or the temple, the big house. Sometimes there's sometimes it just smoothly goes with no big happenings or a story that shift for the better or the worse. It's these ordinary days that you would spend in these story, understanding the human side of everybody, including this character's everyday life. To me, the very small conversations that we have along the way is my favorite part. So, what is your charm? What is your thing of an impression and charm of your boy Jojiro? Jojiro. He is a country bumpkin, and he is a country bumpkin that been living in the back of the mountains. Because he's been living in the mountainsides as a country bumpkin, there are a lot of unknowledgeable silliness, and he would say things out of line because of it. 青くを象徴できる重要な人間です。ははは. But it is a very important person that can definitely get through Aoko's when having a conversation and stuff. But somewhere along the line, he would always constantly hold loneliness or kind of felt lonesome in his heart. And his expression would always be very troubled because he doesn't understand. 戸惑ってどこか情を感じさせるのは個人的に表情も戸惑ってどこかの以前を感じさせるのが個人に魅力だと感じています。It says, yeah, sometimes his showing his expression will be very complicated. Granted, he shows his own charms and its own little things. So apparently, this character is a country bumpkin that has a emotional problem because he won't have like the basic shit right of like reading the mood or atmosphere. So he can accidentally blurt stuff out. Can you tell us about the recording session when creating this character? 無知ゆえの従順さを受け入れたささご長理解を追いつけず役をつかむまでにかなり苦労してましたね。母、毎度、毎度、立花先生にお会いいただきました。毎日、竹内先生。Interesting. 毎度那先生に打ちた上手先生。 Alright, so the fact that to try to act and show the purity and I wouldn't say unintelligent, it's more not knowing, right? He's not stupid, he's just not knowing. What's another word for it? Muchi. Clueless, yeah. Playing the clueless and pulling off the purity was a very understanding that was a very difficult time. And so in order for me to grasp that role, it did take me unaware. There you go. That's the good word. Yeah, unaware of it, unaware and pure. Unaware in its contradictions, it was very hard to grasp that character at first. I did definitely struggle for it. Ha ha ha. Every time I would sit down with Mr. Teacher. I believe that's Nasu. And teacher would always talk about how he felt what Sojiro is, and I would constantly confirm with him if the tone or the way I've said it was correctly, and I had a very good recording session because of it. Sojiro is aggressively pure? Really? That's pretty funny. Like, he's not idiot, right? He just really doesn't know, from what I'm reading, he's like a character that really doesn't know his shit, but at the same time, he's like a really positive kind of guy. He's like, yeah, I have no clue what the fuck is happening, but I support you. Kind of guy. What about the fans towards this message? For the fans, I think it'll be the full voice. To the fans, I think that they'll be excited to see the full voice version of it for certain. Even though reading the sentences and whatnot was very relaxing and comforting and fulfilling, but the fact that I want to do my very best to make sure that the story doesn't get butchered because my voice, because of my voice acting, butchering it up. I made all the precautions I needed to make sure that the voice acting, the personality that this character needs while reading the story and the script is on par, if not greater. And one more time, at the same, one last time, please enjoy Mahotsukai no Yoru's world to your fullest content. Alright. Next. Kuma Riko Jika. 大抵の物語は動じないクールなガール。男子に対する受け答えも厳しく、どうしよう、I don't know how to fucking say that one. That's a very interesting kanji. 当時を絵に描いたような青臭いさえ、順位数字でうさんくさいとダメ出しする現実的な人物 What the fuck? What? I thought this motherfucker was pure. Even the purest dude says this person is such a good person that it's so shady. 青子とは1年の頃から友達関係になる。Okay. So apparently, she is a friend of Aoko from the very first year. So from freshman year. So she's friends. She's said from quadruple S Daimondo. Nice. 三角窓の外側は夜. I don't know what that one is. It's a nighttime outside the triangle window. 最初はチワワとか思えば同時に動かしない立派な鹿でした。思いきや、物壊しない立派な鹿でした。So the impression goes, I thought she was a Chihuahua, but next thing I know, it was a deer that was not afraid of a lot of things. So what is the feeling that the fact that, the Mahotsukai got into the consumerism? It says, purely, I was genuinely happy. Every time I read keywords of magic or witch, is very charming. And the fact that I was able to participate in this and create such a vast, fantastic story and worldview is yeah, gold, very golden, right? 禁止家として私も飛びが and the fact that I was invited to dive into it, I was genuinely happy. It says, what do you think the very charming part of Mahotsukai no Yoru? Sadly and very embarrassing enough, I've never really touched the novel game. So whenever I read the materials and the voice actors discussion, I was able to get into the world views and point of views from there. 参照者に降り立って個性的な登場者の人物をすごく密室の時間がアニメとムービーと違って違う頓上感で楽しめる凄さに感動しました。The fact that at one place, right, specifically one place, they would go down and show off all the characters that would come into play, seeing all the characters' quirks, personalities, and their daily lives, able to spend tremendous amount of time there, and able to witness, act, and voice it, I definitely felt heart moved and enjoyable, able to sink in to this world location differently compared to the animes and the movies. So it was very fascinating. What is the charm of your boy, your girl Kojika, right? Rikojika. Is it Riko? No, it's Kumariko Jika. It's Kumari Kojika, right? Yeah, yeah. It's funny because it says Kojika, a golden deer, but the way you say it's a little deer, which is funny in a way. It says yeah, Kojika, golden deer. Da, 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 da. What is the impression of your Kojika and her charm about it? It says yeah, the very first time I met her and seen her profile, I thought she was a very kawaii, a very cute Chihuahua that would constantly bark as hard as she can. But she was definitely a very proud and very fearless deer in standing. Ha ha ha. The gap between that was very intriguing. At the same time, she would show a little maiden side. It's a very cute girl. A very cute girl that you can't ignore. Tell me about some character making and recording session. 本番と番外で違った楽しさがありました。本番では小鹿として語りながら私も看護師を受けたりみんなと学校生活を楽しい。番外編では本気でやれるからこそ面白さが演じていて楽しく仕方なく早く他のキャストの皆様とお芝居を合わせて私も楽しみでした。It says the difference between the story and the non-story. 本編と番外編。違いが楽しかった。So the difference between the script and the offshoots. So essentially, she's saying that the main story, right, and the joke ones, right? The gap, the difference was very intriguing. I enjoyed my school life together. I enjoyed my school life together with other voice actors and with Kojika, right? While acting as best as I can, understanding her situation, understanding who she is. But the fact that during the outside, right, the canon, I don't know how many story version there is, but the hompe, right, the light novel story version. But outside of that, I was able to be herself to the fullest, and the funniness and the silliness and actingness was very intrigued. That the fact that I was was trying eagerly to enjoy with other cast members and voice actors, and having a little play and a little charade was a quite exciting moment. Do we have any fans for the Mahotsukai? Do you have any message for the Mahotsukai fans? It says those who've enjoyed this art, right, this product or this light novel for a very long time. I sincerely hope this new voice and the new HD reversion would grab everyone else's attention. It says, yeah, この魅力な, yeah, very wonderful and delightful worldview, or the world of this series, its charm. I sincerely hope you would enjoy it as much as you can. Essentially, it says consumer, right? Consumer version. I hope you enjoy it. 魔法使いの worldview, 主が住んでいる豪華ながら So yeah, this is the little fucking manor here. 上に建てられた橋は人々から幽霊屋敷と呼ばれているほど古めかしい。とあるでイギリスから運ばれてきた屋敷で普通の全体が3つほど入りそうな本家と離れた場所にある看護がそれをくぐると込むには4個にそびえる鉄の棒など豪快な作りになっている。Interesting. So apparently this one's up on the mountains. Everybody in the town side would call it the ghost house. It's very old. Apparently it was brought over from Igirisu, which is Britain. Apparently you can have 3 people living in there. Wait. 普通の自宅が3つほど入りそうな. Oh, never mind. You can put a regular 3 housings. It's big as 3 houses. Holy shit, that's not 3 people. Hold up. Yeah, 普通の自宅が3つほど. Damn. Regular housing times 3 is a very big manor. At the same time, it circles around the fence. Metal bars circling in all 4 corners. Fascinating. Then you got Tsukiji Tobima. How many characters are there? Holy shit. So we got 2 more. I'm pretty sure that's not all, but I think those are the major players. So Tsukiji Tobimaru. 口調の荒っぽさに惹かれないように意識。引っ張られないように意識。So he's a cocksucker. Let's see. He voice acts Ajime and Ado Meteoru from the strongest demon lord into a village. Reincarnates the villager A. What do you think about the consumerism version of the Mahotsukai no Yoru? A very historical title. The fact that I'm able to, play or able to voice act a character in this amazing storyline is very honored. At the same time, I've been a very fan of this product for at the same time as well. So that in order to get everybody's expectation on par and even beyond, I have to do my very best, my very best, and the pressure was definitely on. What do you think the great charm about the Mahotsukai no Yoru, Mahoyo? There's a very serious scenes here and there, and ordinary daily scenes that will put a very smile on your face. There's an on-off gap of cutesy here, and it's very charming in general. The stylistic of description of the daily lives, especially the battle scenes and whatnot. Life or death fight, a serious fight. I sincerely hope that you would read and listen to the scenario, and it gets your hearts pumping at the end of the day. What is the charm of this guy, of Tobimaru? What is the charm of Mr. Tobimaru? He looks, from the impression, you would definitely see Tobimaru as a very thorny kind of guy. But then again, Sojiro and Aoko is way out the window. So, you would always think of him getting dragged into messes and crazy stuff. And you can't help but kind of put a smile on your face of how silly it can get. At the same time, whenever I was acting and voice acting, I enjoyed his part quite well. Would definitely help, I think. Tell me about your recording sessions. And character creation. 育ち自体はいいので、あまりヤンキーにならないようにというディレクションを受けました。It says apparently he has been grown in a very fine and very properly, So I was warned and I was directed to make sure that the character was thorny, however, not thorny to be exclusively perceived as a Yankee or a kind of a gangster or kind of too prick of a guy. That the fact that 最初は口調の荒さぽに引っ張られないように意識するのがなかなか難しかったです。For me, the very difficult obstacle was the fact that I shouldn't, the fact that he needed to not get my personality pulled by the way he talks. So apparently he talks very vulgar, right? Very disrespectful, very rude. He's kind of saying it was very difficult at first because I needed to make sure that his wordings and the way he said it didn't display his characteristics. Because he's not a fucking, he has bad mouth apparently, sharp tongue, need to get soap, but apparently he's not a very rowdy or violent kind of guy. What do you guys think? Yeah, can you have a message for the fans excited for Mahoyo? It says the time is the travel through times and this and the art, aka the light novel, has revived once again. And above all else, I'm able to participate in it as a voice actor. I have nothing but joyous feelings and grateful for this occasion and the fact that it's coming out. It says, I too read the scenario, enjoy the art to the very moment, to the point that I forgot that it was my job sometimes. That's much how I was able to blend in. I hope everybody that's going to be enjoying the game will be up to your standards, if not even more. I am quite excited to see the full part. Kinomi Hosuke. If you don't know Namari from Shaman King, voice actor of that. Ken Yu Office 他の代表やシャーマンキングのナマリや爆弾ジオガンライジング Magnus. I have no clue who that is. But whenever it comes to recording, I put my soul into it. That's his title. What do you feel about the fact that consumer-risen version of Mahoyo has come? 街角でアルクエッドポスターを見て月姫の CD ロム版の速攻衝動会をして縁があって劇場版空の教会の裏方として参加しフェイト寿命にはまりフェイス生内の最高種を劇場へそんな人が劇場に決まったらそりゃもう莫大進撃ですよ So apparently his feelings, right? First, he saw the Alcred poster of Tsukihime CD-ROM selling in one of the polls, one of the corners of the buildings, and he got super hella excited. And the fate, or he had a string, and he was able to participate in the back room of the movie version of Sora no Kyokai. And then able to, got stuck and got intrigued into Fate Zero and Fate Stay Night. And I constantly watched it and went to the movie theaters and saw them again. The fact that someone as ordinary as me was able to, someone as me, excuse me, he's not ordinary because he's a voice actor, technically. Someone as me to be able to be in a character of this fascinating show, I have nothing. So he's saying, I'm fucking excited. I'm super like hype, happy, crying, pumped. 立ち上がりから文章に病みつけられました。それは自分が柳瀬先生の作品に読んでいたからという思いますが、この作品から感じられる空気感や朝に立つような霧のように神秘だけれども何か怖さを生んだもの。What is he? 陽気な女の子が大好きな男。 So it's a boy that likes shy girls. A lot of the girl students would say, "My goodness, Hosuke, Kinomi Hosuke is a very handsome-looking dude, but why is he so sad when he opens his stupid mouth?" um, he's with your boy here. Apparently, he's your friend's pro tag, Sojiro's co-worker, doing a part-time job in Mado Bear, aka at the Mad Bear. He's a classmate as well. Nice. He's got some new costume too. So it says very right from the get-go, I was on it. I knew the lines well, and I know how it went. Perhaps because I've been reading a lot of Nasu, right? A lot of Nasu teachers' products, or AKA arts and novels, I practically figured out what it needs to be done. The atmosphere you can feel from this light novel, and the beautiful description of the morning dew of the fog that looks very methodical in divinity, but at the same time, wait, 何かの怖さを生んだもののような雰囲気がしただからと思います。Wait, so 収録など当時と感じた。So what's the recording was like during your recordings? What was your charm that would pull you more into the 魔法使いの夜? Yeah, I was very in love with the sentence structures, the way they were very descriptive. But then again, I'm very used to Mr. Nasu teacher's light novels and other product that he'd been given, reading all to the core. You would feel the atmospheric beauty in this light novel from the morning, mist, but that at the same time, the fearfulness of things that could happen that is very mystic, very divine, very spooky in a way of beauty. Is what I think it is. What's the charming part about your character, Hosuke? I believe the best part about him is that he says everything honestly, does not lie, and very straightforward. He would always, if he complains, he complains. 友達を友人を説得したりそういうなんだけど突っ込まれると良い。So he says, he's very honest and true, and he's very understanding and very not manipulative, but very fucking thing cracked. What is that word? Oh shit, that thing's fucking broken, bruh. Is that Shinji 2.0? Perhaps. Uh-oh. I'll be right back. That noise wasn't good. Alright, that's not broken. Nice! Why did it fucking fall? Alright. Sorry about that. I'm back. So he's very straightforward, but he's weak if he gets he's a very strong front. He doesn't have defense. 突っ込まれると弱いという like if somebody counters it, he's weak to counter, right? Counter argument. でも何より気のいいやつ. But overall, he's kind of a good guy. Is the very favorable part of me. He's a good friend. He's a very good friend, and if you were to hang out with him every day, something new will always be entertaining. Hosuke, while creating Hosuke as a character, can you give me some recording episodes? ホスケのずるさとか軽さがみたいに馴染んで自分の肌に自分の肌にすっと落ちたのでシンパシーを感じました。口から勝手にセリフが出ていくというか気力は本当に魂を込めてやりました。溜め込 込めすぎて多分スタジオの僕の魂まだちょっと残ってるんじゃないですかね。ははは。So it says his cunningness and yeah. So essentially, he said he put his heart and soul to it, right? So his words that needed to come out as this character naturally came out. It felt like he was him. He was a sympathy or sympathy. Not sympathy. It's sympathy, which is feeling connected. The voice actor and this character of Hosuke was connected together during the recording session if he felt like he was him. And so everything that he said from the line was very natural, very beautiful and easy. And I sincerely pulled my heart and soul effort for this character. To be perfectly honest, I think I need to go back to the studio. I think I left some of my soul there. Ha ha ha. It says, "What do you guys have? What do you guys have? Message for the Mahoyo fans." It says, "You guys read Tsukihime remake, right? It was fantastic." It says, "Yeah, I've reran it multiple times, but at the same time, on top of that, we got ourselves Mahoyo coming in hot with a remake, with the re-commercialization and voice acting. It is a dream come true, is it not?" I sometimes always prick my cheek to make sure that it's not a dream. I've done a lot of things. I've done a lot of things to make sure this isn't a dream. As a great fan, I'm quite excited for the futures to come for this show and other other stories. And so you got your Sunsogu Koko. So this is a high school. Nice little high school. Alko being a student council president, the daily lives that would spend about. So it is your boy Sojiro transferred here in this high school. It's about 50 years old. The student council president's strength is strong here. Apparently, 20 years ago, it shut down once. A second high school was built very nearby. And apparently, there is an abandoned school not far from this. Interesting. Uncle, you got your girl. You like a blue bird. This blue bird's got to play a big fucking role. I don't know what it is. Sus. It says a very strong, beautiful. When it comes to magic, when it comes to schoolwork, she does it very strongly, beautiful, and perfect high school girl. She gets dragged around by her surroundings, especially with this boy here, aka Sojiro, and she always goes "Ooga!" Expression is very cute. She is following the path of the mage, but she doesn't have the resolve. She doesn't have the detriment resolve to pull through. You got yourself your girl Angel, aka my Angel. 会うこといざこざを受けて同時にシンプルだったけどお金にちゃっかりしていたり騙して根に持ったり騙して根にSo when it comes to money, she's very good, huh? She has old, very bad grudges. The classic mountain raised boy. Even though all of a sudden he's been he's about to live together with these beautiful girls, for some odd reason he's constantly part-timing. 浮き離れて感覚が執念特に青子を振ります。So he doesn't understand the circumstances, and he's a very clueless boy, and always drag Alko to some silly shit. Classmate, He's fucking classmate of him. Idiot. I like that description. He is also. Oh, he's what's the not the he's the vice president student council. His lovable title is Yankee Yankee Lord. Yankee Noble. You got Kojika, very cool. Secretary of the Students' Council. Ryoko Ubato について教えてくれる. The fuck is Ryoko Ubato? She tells you about Ryoko Ubato. So this is a 4-panel dating. It seems that your girl got pulled into a date. He has no fucking clue. Fuck it! A fuck ton of money. 事務所に勝ち込み生徒会. What is this? It's a very silly shenanigans. I'm assuming she is yeah, 事務所に勝ち込み生徒会. 初めてのあんかけ. Oh. I don't know any of this. So it's a 4 different panel for silly shit. Apparently going on a date's very I think she's thinking that it's a date. He's thinking that he's hanging out with a good friend. All of a sudden the fucking fuck ton of Benjamins in NA perspective, seeing that guy is like seeing fucking Benjamins. It's like this fuck ton of Benjamins came out of nowhere. A student council barging into an office. The very first ankake, which is a food. So apparently she doesn't know what the fuck that is and very wary about it. Oh my lord, the interview with the song artist of Mahoyo no Yoru. Damn! Oh my lord, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. There's a lot of reading. And yeah, by the way, it's gonna get movie. Mahoyo no Yoru is getting an anime. Of course, by Ufotable. It sucks that it doesn't tell me what it is. Like when it comes out.